Hello YouTube, in this video we're going to be talking about programming for novices. There will be more videos about programming, but I think that it's especially important for novices because a lot of people who are going to find this channel are going to be at the very start of their lifting journey. So please first understand that when I offer you programs, one, they are tailored around what I believe is important, which is hypertrophy. So when I write a program, I never think about strength. I never think about potential athletic applications. These things will eventually come to fruition just because you're going to put on muscle, but that's not my number one goal. My number one goal is bodybuilding. So it's going to be building muscle. Now, one thing that you're going to hear me say a lot is that for novices, anything works. Meaning that any type of strength training you do as a novice is going to result in muscular gain. It's going to change the way you look. But I think that that saying, which is a true saying, has been misused by a lot of people. Because in a sense, yes, anything is effective, but because anything is effective, novices should be doing certain things that will then ensure that the rest of their lifting journey goes smoothly, right? So you could start lifting and do partial bench pin press. You could do hack squats or behind the back squats. I think they're the same thing. Behind the back deadlift. You can be doing pistol squats. Pistol squat with bands to make it easier. All of these things will make you gain muscle, but are they beneficial for you as a whole? No, I don't believe so. I think that what novices should do is they should build a base. You should build a muscular base that's then going to allow you to branch out. And as you build that base, it's also going to help you understand what you like, what you dislike, what type of training your body responds well to, and what you want your body to look like at the end of the day, and you can then adapt your program. This is going to take years, all right? You will be a novice for a very short time, but your journey in the lifting world should take longer than that. I love that to say what? To say that the program I'm going to offer you is something that's going to build the base of your physique. It's going to be focused on compound movements, and it's going to give you a taste of what isolation work and variation is, so that you can then adapt to it later. What you want to be doing as a novice is create a body that's going to be resilient and that's going to execute movements with proper form and be able to take on a lot of volume, because it's my personal opinion that size comes with volume, but when you start, your body will not be able to take volume in multiple ways. One, you're going to get tired super fast. Two, your recovery is going to be short. And three, some people even get sick. I know some people who try to do too much volume and they get the flu. And by too much volume, I mean, as a beginner, sometimes it's like 2 extra sets of 10 reps and you're toast for a week. So we want to avoid that. We want to get you to the point where you will slowly start doing more reps and more sets. And then eventually, once you reach a point where you work out literally for 2 hours, you already have a pretty impressive physique. So the mentality I have when I give you programs is I'm going to most of the time give you a program that I've written, but I also will give you the mentality behind the program, because my goal is to help you program for yourself. I think that as lifters, it is very important that you reach a point of competency that is high enough that you can program for yourself. I think it's a milestone, just like a 500-pound deadlift is. It's even more important to know how to program. So this video is going to be that part of the program, all right? It's going to be the behind the scenes, the reason why I made it like this, all right? And it's going to be posted just before the actual program goes live. So the two videos will be very close to each other so you can relate them and understand what's going on. So I have the program I'm going to post for you guys. It's for novices. And I won't tell you the exercises. I won't tell you But I will tell you the days and I will tell you what I thought about when I made it. So it's 3 days. And all of the days, the 3 days, should be taking around an hour. All right? An hour top. Why? A, novices are new to the gym, meaning that it's not an environment that is going to be comfortable for you. And even though it might not seem like much, when you're in a place where you don't feel like home, it's mentally taxing. The last thing you want to do as a novice is burn yourself out. You're just getting started. So if you go way too hard at the start, you're going to disgust yourself and eventually kill any motivation you might have had. What we want is to build discipline, and for that, we're going to give you just a small taste of the gym every week, enough so that you are eager to come back and you don't dread it. So, I start each day with a compound movement, and I give 2 days between each days to recover from. This is not optimal for frequency, but we don't care. We're talking about novices. They don't have to worry about frequency so far. So, on Monday, I will have them start with a knee flexion compound movements. On Wednesday, they will be doing an elbow flexion that's going to recruit the chest and the shoulders. And on Friday, they're going to do a hip hinge. Why do I start with compound movements? Compound movements are what is going to give you the most size in the least amount of time. Now, I'm not talking about efforts because compound movements are difficult, but if you want to get big, you're going to have to do stuff that is difficult. So, compounds are a must-have. Compounds because they force you to work with multiple joints at the same time are also going to improve your ability to move through space with weight. They're going to make you more balanced, and they will benefit you no matter what compound you do. All of the compounds I give are full range of motion. I personally do not believe in having novices start with partials. Yes, it will be uncomfortable trying to go full roam at the start, but we're not asking a brand new person to the gym to do a full ATG squat. You should go as deep as you can, and when it's not comfortable, go up. So you will be walking through that range of motion until you can actually get there. And it's the same for the deadlift, and it's the same for the bench. Now, I'm basically telling you right now that you will be lifting with bad form and it's okay. Why is it okay? Because you will start with low weight. Novices should not be pushing weight. This is also an issue I have with a lot of beginners program that has you stack weight on the bar every time you go back to the gym. This is not a good thing because you will basically burn out your progression, and then when you're going to store hard and you're going to have to deload. You're going to be stuck in that endless cycle of always having to take weight off the bar. It's terrible for your mental. So we're going to start with super low weight that we can handle very easily. And I say we, I mean you, and you will auto-regulate yourself, meaning that you will put on weight when you feel like putting on weight, and you will always make sure it's never too difficult. Now, this is awful advice in a sense, because if this falls into the ears of someone who doesn't like pushing themselves, they will just take it easy forever, never make any progress, and then blame the program. And if that's the case, that's okay. If you're that type of person, that's okay. You would never make any gains regardless, because you don't want to push yourself. People who are serious will know when it's time to put weight on the bar. But I also understand that because novices are not experts at progression, I will give you a very easy rep range, set range to follow so that your progress is in a way automatic, meaning that once you reach certain numbers, you will go up in weight, all right? But it's not going to be as simplistic as, oh, you did 5 by 5, all right, put on weight. I don't like that approach. I think it's not enough volume, and it's teaching novices to be really good within a certain rep range, or they should be good everywhere. I am not of the belief that we should have beginners do the same thing again, and again, and that they can then explore. I think that if you're going to try to learn how to swim, you should be tossed into the sea and then go from there. Now, because the weight is going to be so low, the risk of injury is pretty much non-existent. But as a novice, you should also strive to study lifting, and you should be the one doing form checks. You should ask people to check your form at the gym, people you trust, or you should send videos to people you trust, or you should check YouTube videos. I personally never had anyone check my form, meaning that I bettered my form by myself watching YouTube videos. If I did it, you can do it. And if you have mirrors in your gym, of course. So that's pretty much the mentality that I have when I think about programming for novices. It's giving you a taste of what is going to make the meat and potatoes of your program, which is compound movements. It is teaching you how to manipulate those compound movements so that you can get the most gains without getting overuse injuries. And it's also implementing small isolation movements that are then going to be bulkier and bulkier as you progress, because you're going to be able to target the parts of your body you want to see grow to reach the image you have in your mind of what you want to look like. So that's it for this video. This was the conceptual part of the video. The part that is more precise with the exercises, with the exact program in the description, will go live super soon. So look out for that. Watch both videos, let me know what you think. And if you're a novice, I encourage you to follow that program. And once you graduate from that program, you can either modify it to make it harder, or you can go in the natural hypertrophy playlist. There is a full body hypertrophy program that I think is a nice progression from this one. Thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments what you think, and have a good day.